Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with Our Crafty Playdate, and in a recent video I promised you guys that I would show you the Saleabration brochure, because this stamp set here is one of the free ones that is in our Saleabration brochure right now. Saleabration is a special that goes on in Stampin' Up! Every January, and it goes from the beginning of January until the very last minutes of March. And for every $50 purchase you order through the catalog, you get to pick something out of the Saleabration brochure. So right now there are 3 different catalogs. There is this is a little bookmark I made. This is the annual catalog, and it's a big beefy thing, and it comes out in the beginning of June and goes through the end of May, I believe. Yes. And so that won't be available for a while. But you can pick things from here. This is also a new catalog. This is the spring catalog, and I've been making things and posting videos. We just did fruit not too long ago for you out of this. And then this is the Saleabration brochure. And so you can pick up to $50 worth of anything in these catalogs and pick something out of this catalog for free. So let me show you what we're using today. When I first got my catalog, I opened it up and I saw this, and I was just not in love. I was not in love. There were some other things in here that I was in love with that I will show you some projects that I've made later. But in the meantime, I looked at this and I was not in love until I saw a couple of things online, and then I said, you know, maybe I am actually in love. It just really doesn't do it justice in this black, so I wanted to show you what you can do with some color. The stamp set is a red rubber stamp set. I have used the Clearmount, well, look at this, every one of them, to make these cards. And so I thought I would show you how to make these cards right now. So this one is Sweet Sugar Plum. This one is Marina Mist. And this one is Cherry Cobbler. And I think really just about every color makes a beautiful addition to this. So I'll show you some tips on how you can get this stamp set for free with just what we have here in a little bit. But in the meantime, let's just make this one. We're going to do the bow like we did on the other one just to save some time, but I do want to show you how to do it. So let's get started. I am not going to tell you all the measurements here, but I promise that I will post them for you because I don't want to take up too much of your time with that, and I don't know them. So there's the truth for you. Okay, this is just a normal card base. So we're going to go ahead and fold that up. And as I said, this is Sweet Sugar Plum. This is one of the in colors that will be retiring at the end of May this year. So if you love it as much as I do, get in on that Sugar Plum action because it's going to go away. So we're going to set that off to the side and focus mostly on these 2 pieces. These are just Whisper White. This is your top panel here, and this is your bottom panel here. And you're going to need one more of these to go inside your card. We're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to focus on these 2. And the stamp that I'm going to use here is the Sending Heartfelt Thoughts, like this one. I showed you the other 2 earlier. I did a thank you and a thinking of you, and all of them work well with this, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But we're going to use the Heartfelt Thoughts stamp and the Sweet Sugar Plum. All right, so you do not need to do anything wacky with this. You're just going to stamp it. I am stamping it, as you can see, kind of to the right and a little high on this so that I have room for my bow and my flowers. So I'm just going to eyeball it. 1, 2, 3, lift. Pretty good. We'll take it. I stamped directly on. I did not stamp off, as you can see. And then here is my trick. I use a little bit of temporary adhesive. This is not something that Stampin' Up! Sells, but you could use all different kinds of things if you want. I just use temporary adhesive because I'm sloppy and lazy. No, not lazy, but you know, sloppy, yes. All right, so I'm just going to push that on there, and it's just a temporary hold. See that? It's not going to tear my paper when I pull it off. And I'm just putting that on there to hold it in place while I get started here. I am going to then take the big flower stamp, this one here, and it's on my block. I never put my stickers on. Somebody asked me about that the other day also. I don't put my stickers on because I don't love how they adhere to the block afterward. And I know that you can do some things to make it better, but for me, it's just not my favorite. So I just don't put it on at all. All right, I'm going to ink it up really well really well, making the camera bounce. And then I'm going to stamp off. Give it good pressure. And then I am going to just randomly stamp it, say right there. And I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to give it a little extra pressure where the joint is. Right here, see this line? That's where the joint of the paper is. It's still going to leave a little white space. See that? Around there. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, and I'll show you why in just a minute. I'm inking again. I'm stamping off. Okay, the reason that I'm stamping off on this instead of stamping directly on is I stamped directly on, as you'll recall, for my sentiment. And I want that to be just a little more pronounced than my flowers. Okay, I want them to be a little more subtle, a little softer. You can see that. I think that this shows really well, that it's darker here and then the flowers are a little lighter. Okay, so now this part is done. Really, my card is almost done. I'm going to take a piece of Sweet Sugar Plum. I'm going to peel this off here and see how well that came up. And this adhesive, you can just do this and it rolls right off. You don't need to, but you can for fun if you want to do that, if you have nothing else to do with your time. Okay, here is a piece of Sweet Sugar Plum, and I'm just going to layer that on there. And again, I'm going to post the measurement here for you. But it's just making a little frame. Okay, and I'm going to just use some liquid glue on that. Liquid glue is my favorite. It is my friend, probably because it's forgiving. That would be one of the best reasons, I think. And I'm going to put that on there, give it a little pressure, lift it up. And before I glue this piece on, I'm going to go ahead and put a ribbon. And see, remember when I told you don't have to worry about that white space? Look at that. I can just pretty much cover most of it up. This frame does that, but the layers, it almost gives it a almost 3D effect, but it also, your eye will complete the image when it's broken up, and that's just an art thing. You're just going to have to go with me on that. Okay, I'm going to bring in my bow maker and my white organza ribbon. This ribbon is the bomb. Seriously, it is beautiful. It's going to be great for wedding cards and Easter and etc., but it's just going to be good for everything all around. And I'm going to tie a bow here. I do have a video, and I will list the link here for you also on how to tie these bows using a bow maker. If you have a bow maker, awesome. If you don't, Stampin' Up! Does not carry them. I don't make a profit from them, but I do have a customer whose husband makes them for me. So if you would like one, I do have some now in stock. I was out for a while, but I have some back again. And you can just email me here and I will get that to you. All right, so now I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm just going to use a little Scotch tape to put it where I want. I think there's good. Ooh, I tied that pretty far over. Let's see here. Good and good. Now I know where I need to cut it. First of all, I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to tape it. Or I'm going to tape my fingers to it. It's also a possibility. All right, there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue it down with liquid glue. Okay, or maybe I've just loved this liquid glue so much that it's empty. No, it has a little life in it yet. Okay. And I'm going to stick this down. And you can, with the liquid glue now, I can wiggle it around and get it right where I want it. If I had used snail, it'd be down, it'd be stuck. It'd be, whether I'm happy or not, it's going to be where it is. All right, and I'm going to stick that on there. I'm going to take this now, put it on the back here. Now, the thing that I really like about this stamp set, the Saleabration one, is the 3 different messages. It really covers a lot of bases here. It doesn't cover a happy birthday, really, but heartfelt thoughts, depending on how old you are, that sounds pretty good to me. But it really covers a lot of different occasions, and you could make a whole stack of these for somebody, and I want to show you how you can do it inexpensively. All right, so I was looking in here, and I was doing a little math. I know that scares you, but when I was flipping through here, I was looking at these packs like this, And they have 3 colors in them, and we have quite a few different packs. I thought this one would be really nice, this Eastern Palace cardstock pack. It has 3 different colors. It has Dapper Denim, Fresh Fig, and Tranquil Tide. And you can, all 3 of these will come with it, and you would get 8 each of these. So you could do 3 different colors of cards like I did, using different sentiments for each of them. So you could get this pack, that would be $8. Let me see, let me pull up my math. You could get the 3 different colors of ink. Those are $6.50 each, so that would be $19.50. Now we're at $27.50. You could get a pack of white paper. White paper comes 40 sheets in a pack. It's going to do ya. You're going to have plenty there. That is $9, so now we're at $36.50. The ribbon that we used, $6. Not too bad. That's in the Occasions catalog. You're at $42.50. I wouldn't go anywhere then. If I'm buying the 3 colors of ink, right, I'm going to buy the ink refill that goes with it so that I'm never going to run out. And that is, those are $3.75 each, so that's $11.25. So you're at $63.75. You're going to make a ton of cards, and this stamp set is going to be yours for free. All right, so if you want to go ahead and do something like this, please let me know. You can just shoot me an email, or you can shop online with the link I'm providing here. If you have any questions, or if you want help making your own little combo, I'd be glad to help you do that, and we can get you some free items out of the Saleabration catalog. You can see all of them on my website, and please subscribe now so that you can see more of my handy dandy videos with some fast craft tips. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.